Welcome back to another video, guys. Today the cabin build's on hold because I need to get some money to get wood for the subflooring for the cabin part. So first thing I'm gonna be making money with is I'm gonna be changing this air condenser and changing the motor on it. So let's get to it. The most important part to do this first though, we gotta cut off all the power, so let me go to the breaker. I'll be right back. Alright, so like I said, the first most important part is to cut off all the power. So I'm here at the breaker box. So you're gonna see this, and I'm gonna flip this off like that. And then, yeah, that's it for here. And then I'll meet you back outside in just a second. Alright, then you're gonna come outside, open this up. It's giving me trouble, but you're gonna open this up. Then you're gonna pull this, come closer. You're gonna pull this out. Nice and gently, and then you're gonna just put this aside, and now all the power is cut off. So and then you're gonna take out every screw up here, like all of these and all of these up here. So it's gonna be a 7/8, but it doesn't matter because every other one's different. So you get started. That's going to be all the bolts on the side, and then you're going to come up here and then take out all these bolts. Those. Alright, then I would loosen these. So let me get the right one to do this. Yep, that's just right. Alright, then it should be ready to just pop up. I gotta get some strength with that. So if you want to come look in here, now would be a good time to start kind of taking out and washing all of, not taking out, I meant just washing all of this. See how dirty it is. But one thing is to be careful, because if you bend these, it's not good, but if you do, you could just bend it back with like a screwdriver or something. Alright, let me get some wire cutters because I'm pretty sure this is the same motor. Let's get out the motor just because I'm going to need it. Alright. Yep, there's the motor. Use this for a stand. Set that there. Pretty sure. Same lower. Just to make sure, I'll look at your motor and all your motor stats, and then look at the motor in here. About the same. There. Yep, that's all the same. So since I got the same motor, I might as well just cut the wires, because usually either your wires are really loose or they're really tight. But tight's probably better. So I'm gonna just cut this zip tie over here probably. Oh wait, another thing I forgot to do is you're gonna need the same socket you had, this one, and you're gonna locate this box where the wire's probably feeding into it. Get all these bolts off. Two. We'll put this up here. Color here. Get a good shot. Yeah, my sister's filming today, so I'm just gonna cut this zip tie so the wires will be longer. So many spider webs. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and then let me get this cut. Put the wire cutters. Alright. Just gonna take these, shove them up in there. These aren't really wire cutters, these are just hold on. You don't really want to pull out these wires because the handle just came off. Doesn't like this. All right, here I'm gonna need to go get some scissors because it doesn't want to cut with those. So let me go get some scissors and I'll be right back. All right, I got a razor blade to cut these. There's that. Try not to pull any of these out of here because we're not doing anything with this. So take this. This will make it longer so you can turn it or stretch it up and around. So put this over to the side with these. All right, lift this up. I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, I might as well just cut the wires because I'm not really using them again. Because just cut them at a good length just in case. Come over here. This is a 3 wires. Let me make sure it's 3 wires on this too. Yep, it's the same, so it's the same thing, so I'll just cut this. Okay, cut it. Cut this clean. All right. And the corners here. I'm gonna need some help, so when I get this done, I'll get back to you. All right, I got it off and down here. So when you get it off, you're gonna probably want to pull off this sleeve. It's gonna be a little hard. There you go. You're gonna need to keep this by because when you put on the new motor, we're gonna put this sleeve back on. Put that over there. And then the fan. This is probably one of the hardest parts that people say that I've heard of. So you're gonna need to get some WD-40 or any kind of oil or lube. You're gonna need to get this and just kind of spray it on there. There. Now let that sit, kind of let it soak in. That over there. Then you're gonna need to get probably, well, I don't have a wrench. Let me go get a wrench and I'll be right back. All right, I got this. Now, try not to touch the axle too much because then that'll make it just harder on you when you try to get it off. You don't have to take this. You don't have to take this bolt to screw it all the way out. Just enough where it's not touching the axle. So now, hopefully, it just comes right off. See, it's not coming right off. So you're gonna need to go get something. I need to go get something that doesn't. Need to go get something that kind of need to. Yeah, when I get back, I'll get back to y'all. All right. All right. Yeah, there we go. There. Now you're gonna need to keep this. Don't let anything touch it because these are kind of flimsy. So if something like steps on it or someone steps on it, you're gonna need to keep that to the side so no one does step on it. So after you take that off, you're gonna have that. You see, come over here. You see where I hand loosen these, so just hand tight. There goes the motor. So yeah, that's a good thing. The motor just came off, so. Also, there's this little plate that you want to keep on there. Don't lose that. Keep all these bolts. Put them over here by the fan. All right, there's those. So now that we got the old motor out, we're gonna put the new motor in. Also, when you cut the wires, just make sure you know where all of them went. Like, see, there's a purple, orange, and black wire. So the purple wire went over here. The orange and black wire went over here. Come closer. Here, I'll get it. See, the orange and black wire goes here, and the purple wire goes here. And don't mess with any of these, because just leave those there. And then, now let's get back to putting the new motor on. So now this old motor kind of just trash. It's bad and stuff, so I'll just put it over to the side. Now, put this plate on how it was. Right here. There. Now get the new motor. Make sure you get the new motor. See, there's a orange, black, and purple wires. So, but you gotta remember where it was facing. I remember it was facing this way. So you got that. Got those wires there. Yeah, it's facing like. Is it facing like that or like that?
Probably like that.
Yeah, it's facing like that. All right, now I remember. All right, now get these. Get all these. And then screw it back on. Oh. Alright, so I got them on. I just had to push it a little harder. And now we put the fan back on. But before I do that, I might as well wash this out. So, like, there's dirt everywhere. But you just got to make sure you don't get it on any of the wires, because that could go wrong. But another way to do this is you could there could still be power going through here. You got to be careful about that. So I would get a screwdriver. Oh my, what is this? I'm pretty sure that was electrical tape that burnt. Put that over there. So you got to make sure that's not out of power. I'm not going to use this. See, like, you have these. But this would be a screwdriver. I already did it. And I did it off camera because, well, I should have done it on camera because if I got shocked, it'll be funny. But, but that doesn't have power going through it, so that's a good thing. So now you could get a water hose or something, but I'm just going to take my finger and get all this big stuff off. Throw it to the side. It's just dirt and dust from the years it's been sitting here. Yeah, this is a boring thing to watch, so I'll clean it off and I'll get right back to y'all. So see you. All right, I got as clean as I could. So now all the crows. My gosh, look at all of them. Can you please be quiet so I can do the video? All right, they're not gonna shut up. So now I'll put everything how you did it. Like, this needs to be straight, like how it was. But, you're gonna take all your wires, feed them back through there. Feed them all back through there. It's hard to get them in there. Feed them through there. Now they're jammed. You might have to put one at a time. You got all the wires through. Now when I got it, it was like shoved up in there. Probably should have put this on before I screwed it in, but it's fine. Just twist. All right, there, that's good enough. Get all these wires. Get all that stuff off of it. All right, now here I can set up the camera so you can see us putting it back on. Let me figure out how to set this up and I'll be right back. One more thing I almost forgot to do is put the fan part back on. So let me video doing this. So you see over here, you can see where there's a flat, come closer. There's a flat part and there's like a round part. You want to have your tightening screw on the flat part. So when you screw down, you want to have it how it was on this one. See how that one? See, you can tell where it was like just like an inch off the ground or off the motor. So, and put it like right here. You don't want it to have it too close, or it could either hit your wires or hit the top of it, and that wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good no matter what. All right. Alright, so I got it back on. You just needed some help by my sister. So you do want this really tight because you don't want this to be falling down, or see, you gotta test spin it before you put it on, because then you don't want it to like, you don't want it to like hit the wires or anything down here, or like the thing, and don't want it to hit up here. Alright, I got the top back on and stuff, so it was pretty hard but also easy. All you have to do is get all this lined up. Here, you gotta have the sleeve. There's a hole for the sleeve to go through. Now, so come over here. Oh. So now we gotta hook up all the wires. So, like I said, you gotta have all your wires. See, like so, the orange one goes in here. See, just to make sure you're not unplugging two random wires, you're gonna know they're cut. The purple one goes over here, right up here. See, right? Well, I'm about to fall. Right here. Black wire. Find the black wire. You got this. Put this here. Take this off. Get that off. Put this one on. Get that one on. Now you can pull the orange one off. Okay. Now get the orange wire and put. Oh wait. This one on. I think I put that on. Yep. Yeah, I put that on right. And now come over here. Camera over here. So now you have the purple one. Undo this one. You don't like coming off easy. Alright, get the purple one off. Now you're gonna put the purple one back on. There. So now you got it all hooked up. I'm gonna take all these wires, bundle them back up. I gotta go get either electrical tape or just a zip tie and go zip tie all these up. So let me go get a zip tie because I didn't bring one with me. Alright, I couldn't find zip ties, so I just got electrical tape. So I'm just gonna tape all this back up. You got all that. Now we're gonna put this plate back on. Alright, so I got the panel back on. So now we gotta hook up all the power. I'm gonna put this on. That's not good. It looks like something's wrong. So let me take off this panel and let me get back to y'all when well, actually, I'll get back to y'all in just a second, but I don't know. It could be something that I did or just something that just wrong. But let me see. I'll take this off and see if there's something I did wrong. So I'll see y'all in a second. Well, guys, I took it off and I guess I looked at it and I said, it looks like it could be the capacitor, so I'll see how I can get one of those. But my dad brought the motor thinking it was the motor, but now it looks like it's capacitor. So yeah, I'll go see how I can get one of those. But when I get to the store, I'll get back to y'all. See ya. All right, guys, I'm here at Lock Supply. I'm gonna go in and get the capacitor, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got the gold, so I think this is the right part. Now I'm gonna go home and put it on. All right, I got the capacitor, so I'll be putting it in. All right, it tells you fan, C, this, and or you could just look at it and see how this is the same thing. You're gonna take the red wire, put it here, the yellow wire, put it here, the purple wire, put it here. need your red wires here. Your red wires here, yellow wires here, purple wires here. Alright, I got it off. Now, if you remembered, this red, this yellow, this purple. Start with the purple one. Put it on here. Next with the yellow one. I mean the red one. Put that on. Then the yellow one. Put that on. All good. Put on there. Then you can slip this through. We got a new capacitor in. Now I just got to tighten this bolt. Alright, that's pretty tight. Alright, so now that we got that in, alright, I'm in here in the closet where the breaker's at. Alright, flip this one. You hear the air come on. I'll meet y'all when I get back out there. Oh, would you look at that? Works. Now, I showed y'all how to change the motor and the capacitor. So that'll be end of the day. See y'all later. Peace.